Ciao, Randy and Marisa here on this beautiful, beautiful Sunday morning. It is going to get hot today,
Yes.
but we got a really nice breeze this morning, which is rare. So
Usually in the morning it's not breezy. It
It's
gets
dead
breezier
calm,
during
yeah.
the rest of the day. But yeah,
So-
we're enjoying it because I have to do house cleaning.
yeah, fun
So
stuff.
it works.
Yeah, we figured out that if you close the shades and the windows, like on the south side when the sun's really starting to peak in the morning about this time,
Yeah.
even that the house stays cooler. So we've got we figured out the tricks and stuff that we've got to do to keep the house cool. Our air conditioning units are in. We just got to get the guy to come in and install them. So we're hoping this week
Yeah.
he can. If not, it's probably gonna be next week. But when we get into July, it's gonna get worse. So anyway, all right. As we talked about last week, we're gonna present this week with the sagra. That's why I got the shirt
Yep.
on.
It's called the stramaialata, which means the extra pig stuff. And it's all about the pig, basically. Grilled pig in all
Yep.
sorts and shapes and forms.
Yeah. So I'm gonna show you the clips of that here. Randy and Marisa here. And we are at a sagra that's all about the pig. And you see all these kids in the yellow t-shirts are servers and helpers. And we got accosted by a group of young schoolgirls that basically said we had to sit at their table so they could serve us. So we accommodated them, we moved over. So we're gonna get, go down here, sorry.
Yeah, so the
All right.
coperto is $1.50.
Yeah, coperto's €1.50 a piece, and that's just the fee that they get to pay the servers. So these kids there's probably a fundraiser for them, I would guess. And then I'm getting the maiale al giro. No, I'm sorry. I don't have my glasses on. The straiamalata, which is the 7 parts of the pig. I'm gonna eat 6 of them, not 7, because I don't eat offal. And then Marisa's gonna get the salsice, which is sausage, and the sausage here is so much better than sausage anywhere else in the world. I'm sorry, Germany, but it's true. I've had it from all over, and it's so much better here. And then we're gonna get some French fries and the fagiolina del trasimeno, which are beans of the lake, and they're a small bean. They're very flavorful. They'll cook them in a style usually like in umido, which is a tomato sauce. These may be in just an olive oil. They can do just about anything with them, but they're exceptional. My first sagra in Italy. I'm excited. We'll see how it goes.
It's a whopping 32 euros for everything.
32 years for all this food.
We didn't count the wine was what? 8
No, we got wine
and water.
And we
was
got
8
wine and
euros.
water is €8, and I got a T-shirt, and she got some flip-flops, and
Flip-flops with pigs on them.
yeah, with pigs. So, and then they gave us 2 for free
You should show. Well, you take pictures.
earbuds, and I can show you the earbuds. Yeah. Earbuds.
With pigs on
With
them.
pig earbuds.
Those are going to the grandkids.
Yeah,
Show them my flip-flops.
yeah. I wear Bluetooth hearing aids, so I don't need flip-flops.
I got my flip-flops. Follow the maialino.
Follow the Maialino.
Little pig.
I will be wearing the T-shirt on the day I shoot the video for this, so don't worry about that. You guys will get to see it. Look at a lot of smoke. They're really smoking it up. They're grilling. They're grilling will go up. We got a lot of smoke.
Yeah.
Good stuff. We'll let you know how the food is. We're gonna have
There's ice cream. There's a artisanal ice cream truck.
ice cream. There's a band, a big stage band. There's our server girls over there. There's a guy selling half-off clothes. So, little town of little village of Piana, community of Piana, of Castione, but it's in the little village of Piana, which is where my first barber is. Used to drive over here for a haircut. We got the shop. It's free to get in.
The prices.
It's free to park.
See, there's a price.
Okay. Oh, there's one over here that's open already. I'll take you through the pricing here. Maybe. Those are menu allergens. Yeah.
E mi sono qua.
Avete già pagato oppure
No,
come
no, no,
funziona?
no.
Si può anche fare prima?
Vabbè, uno riempie questo, poi
Sì,
va
poi
lì.
vai lì,
Quando apri la
perfetto,
casa.
la prima volta. So you fill this out
Uh-huh.
and then you bring it there and you pay,
Yeah, pay for it. Okay.
whatever.
Okay.
So we got to decide
right.
what we want to do.
All right. All right. Hey, hopefully you can hear me. It's pretty loud here now. We're at the sagra. So I got the 7 parts of the pig or something like that.
Stramayalata, yes.
Stramayalata. I'm
So
not
this
eating
is-
that
that's
though.
the-
That's the liver.
liver.
I don't eat that.
This is the guanciale or
Guanciale.
pancetta,
Guanciale's bomb.
ribs,
Ribs bomb.
steak,
Steak bomb.
capicollo,
Capicola bomb. Sausage, amazing.
I don't remember what this was.
Oh, it doesn't matter.
Something else.
Guanciale. No, it was a cheek.
It's a cheek.
It's guanciale, I think.
Yeah.
Or it's the neck.
Coppa.
It's
Coppa.
copa.
Yeah.
Patate frita.
Fagiolina,
Fagiolina
di
di
and I got 2 sausages.
Salsiccia.
And look at this.
Real silverware.
Real silverware.
Yeah, real silverware. Vino. The vino.
Look at that
close.
pour.
I know, yeah, because I guess she thinks I'm cute. So, because the first pour was
up
to,
to here.
to here. Okay, and then I get those 4 up to here. €3 for that.
Did you get some change for
I
the
did. I got
kids?
change for the
Okay.
kid. All right. We'll let you know how it is. Let's start with the sausage.
It's hot.
Oh, sweet Jesus. Very good. Yeah. You come to Italy, come to a sagra, enjoy the food, hang out with the people. These kids are from all over Umbria, basically. Try out with kids from Piana. They started inviting their friends, cousins, whatnot, and now you have a boatload of kids here serving, and they're anxious to do it. They're good kids. You know. All right. All right. I hope you enjoyed that. All right. Also, so a clip I found. I did this probably a month ago. The RO system.
No, it was a few weeks ago.
Has it been just a few weeks?
Yeah, it's
so
good.
I put in let me back up just a second. Our electrician said that he had installed one for a client of his, and he said these things are great. So I went on to Leroy Merlin, which is the big hardware store, home improvement store here. I went on their website, I ordered one, they shipped it. It really is an all-inclusive kit, so it's very, very nice. I forget exactly what I spent on it. It was a couple hundred euros, I'm sure.
Yeah.
Under 300, I think. But anyway, what we had noticed is that I drink a lot of water. I drink 4 to 5 liters of water a day, every day. I always have. I always probably will. On the really hot days, I'll drink 6 or 7 liters of water. And so we noticed that we were really going through a lot of plastic bottles.
Yeah.
The water here in Italy is highly sulfuric. It's loaded with like a calcium. It's not tasty. It's really not.
Well,
it's really not
it's
good
potable,
to drink.
but
it
it's
is.
not,
You can drink it, but it's
yeah.
not. It's not something that I want to drink 5 or 6 liters of every day.
Yeah.
Or even a liter or a glass. Anyway, so we bought, like most people here, we bought a bottle of water. But we noticed there's a lot of plastic. So, I get a 2-liter bottle. I go through a couple of those a day. It doesn't take much. So. We decided to invest in this RO system, all part of the reduce, reuse, recycle, and the biggest part of that is reduce. And so if we reduce our plastic intake, then we don't have as much.
Yeah.
Anyway, I don't have a video of me putting it in because I was putting it in and I can't film and put things in at the same time. And she really wasn't around at the time to do that.
Plus, it's a tight spot.
It is,
it's
yeah.
It's not like you can see what you're doing.
So, but I do have a short video of after, and I'll show that here. All right. Some home improvement, self-done home improvement. We were talking to the electrician, and he said he got this for one of his clients, and the equation, and it's a reverse osmosis system. So this was, I forget, it wasn't very much, a couple $100. He said it worked really good. So I put it in, and I was a plumber in a previous life, so it wasn't a big deal. But it comes with a faucet. The RO comes out of the middle, and then this side here, the RO comes out of the middle with this valve, and then this side is obviously your regular water valve, hot and cold water. Pretty easy installation. They have color-coded lines, usually the hot water line's on the left, traditionally anyway, so that's the way I hooked it up, and I tested it just to make sure, because you never know in old houses. There's a T that comes with the kit, and all this rat's nest, which I didn't clean up very well, but it's hidden, out of sight, out of mind. So you have a cold water line going in, the RO line coming back out, and then this red one's a waste, and it's got a fitting over it, and you just drill a little hole in there, and you're good to go. The filters on these are good for a year for the pre-filter, and up to 2 years for the RO. So pretty neat. I didn't film me doing it because, again, it really isn't that interesting. It's not that complicated of an install, even if you really haven't ever done this before. So anyway, we're gonna see how the water tastes. You gotta let it run for 5 minutes, clear out all the carbon and all that stuff, and we'll see what it tastes like. All right, it's a pretty cool system.
Well, on that note, on the kitchen downstairs, I really like to get, there's a system I saw that actually allows you to have sparkling water, still water, all of that. So
we'll
I think we need to look into
yeah,
that for downstairs, because I like sparkling water.
Yeah. Anyway, it's neat, and what I've noticed so far is that we have a plastic pickup once a week. It's on Tuesdays, I think, right? Wednesdays. So I pick up all the plastic on Wednesdays. Last Wednesday, I just had some shipping material, like styrofoam, that it came into her desk. I got an office desk for her, and that stuff went out. Can't really be helped when you got to have an office desk.
Right.
You get that. But we didn't have to put out our plastic bag because it was only a quarter full.
Yeah.
So
it makes a difference.
We've cut it in half at the very least, maybe more, to say the least. So yeah, it's a big savings. All right, so I'm from the south of the United States, and I am used to growing up with fireflies and cicadas and all of that. Then I moved to Florida. I lived in Florida for over 20 years, and there are no fireflies or cicadas in Florida, and not where we were living anyway. But the thing I'm going to have to get used to here is not just the cicadas, but this pine sap. This stuff is everywhere.
Yeah, we have a lot of pine trees on the property. Those are the ones that we're trying to, they've told us that they need to go because they're dry and they're a fire hazard, or they could fall down on the house. So, but they secrete this sap. I mean, and it's like around the tree on the ground. And of course, little Percy.
Yeah. He likes to dig and play around. All our dogs do. Maurice is constantly wiping the sap off of them, their paws, their face.
They just had their bath.
Yeah.
Like 2 weeks ago, 2 Fridays ago. and they're nasty.
They're
again.
nasty, yeah.
And
But-
I don't know
yeah.
how to get it out. I try with dish soap.
It's
I have
it's
no
nasty.
idea how to get
it'll,
it out.
It'll get on. I had some on my arm yesterday. It took me forever to figure out how to get on there.
Well, the pillows outside on the chairs
they're
that we have
covered.
outside.
Yeah, stuff's nasty.
Yeah.
Anyway, but even if, despite all that noise, our little dog Percy, I jokingly call him Zen Master P. Because he will sit and just look at the views. And I know I've showed that, but I've got another little short clip of him looking out the south side,
Yeah.
just silent,
He
just loves it.
Loves staring out into space.
And again, I think as a therapist, I think that's a great lesson for all of us. Just be in the moment, enjoy what you're looking at, and
Just
enjoy it. So be here, be now. So anyway, all right. One of the things we talked about last week that we were going to talk about this week, which I am, was something that was unexpected.
Yeah.
So right here at our house, we were on the front row balcony view of a horse endurance race. So I filmed a lot of it. I'm gonna clip it together because they came in surges.
Yeah.
So I'm not gonna have you watch 50 minutes of a horse, endurance race. They're not. It's not like what's the one?
The palio. It's not like the palio
It's not like
in
the palio.
Siena,
Yeah.
but it's they were mostly Dutch.
Mostly Dutch. Yeah.
Dutch horse riders.
Yeah.
And but it's 160 kilometers. It was on a 2-day. I guess they were on a 2-day schedule, and it was different paths all around the lake and around this area. And here, of course, you're hilly, and so they would go slow on the concrete, on the asphalt, and then they would pick up speed, obviously, on the dirt roads. But yeah, I mean, it was kind of cool.
It was
The
neat.
horses were beautiful.
Beautiful horses. Well, I'll show you that clip here.
Yeah.
the house on the corner is still for sale.
Yep.
We were getting excited because we had somebody that came and looked at it, a couple, and the lady works at a restaurant that we go to regularly, and we ended up talking to her, and it really wasn't for them because
No,
they have
because I
kids.
have two little
and
kids. They needed more rooms.
They needed
more
a bigger
bedrooms.
house,
Yeah.
which was all right. So the house is still for sale. If you guys are interested, I put the video up a couple weeks ago, so you can go look at that.
We've actually been looking at some smaller apartments too.
Yeah.
There's a really cute one up here that we went to see. I went to see another one.
Yeah.
They're all under 100, and they're great for rental, for
or seasonal or vacation
seasonal,
homes or
vacation
whatever.
homes.
Yeah, no, and they're nice.
Yeah.
And, like we said before so many times, this town in particular, Vallano, is so quiet.
It's very
I mean, you get a dog barking or whatever every now and then, but tractor going by. But it's country. It's a country area.
But the thing that's exciting to me, it's becoming more of an expat
It is, yeah.
enclave,
Yeah.
I want to say. Everywhere I go with these apartments that we've been seeing, I was, oh yes, the neighbors back there are Americans, or
Yeah.
they're Dutch, or they're so it's a nice community of expats, I want to say, or
Yeah.
foreigners that are living here. So it's you don't need to learn Italian right away.
No, you'd be all right. It's again, it's surprising how many Italians speak some English.
Yeah.
And if you learn some basic Italian, you'll get by okay.
Yeah,
And Google
absolutely.
Translate and all that, it's fine. It works fine. All right, so for next week, we've got. So we went to Castiglione for
Your residency.
for my residency. Yeah, I got my residency. Went to Castiglione for my residency. We were walking up to the city because it was market day and there's no parking up in the city, so you got to park
And
down.
the historic park.
And it's season now, so there's very little parking down too. But anyway, we were walking up, and apparently somebody found like this ancient wall of the city, like from before. So now there's an archaeological school and they're doing a dig, and I got some still pics of the dig. I'm going to put that in. If we go back to Castiglione, I may get some video of that, but I didn't have my GoPro with me, or my DJI camera, because I was just going to get my residency.
Yeah. And it's a university from the States.
It
I
is,
just don't know which one it is, but the kids are American, and they were all there doing this dig. It's young kids too.
Young kids, yeah. Well, they're all young to us now, so yeah, they are. And then the other thing I did, because I sent my bike back, I still needed to find some way of exercising. So I bought a fishing kayak that pedals. So I have like bicycle pedals on it, and it's got a little propeller, and I can go. And I took it up to Lago Chiusi the other day, and I went fishing, and I had a blast. I didn't catch any fish, but they just weren't biting. But that's okay. But I have some really pretty pictures and some short video of just the view from the lake and how calm it is, and just another reason to move to this area. Again, it's a beautiful lake, and it's stunning. I mean, the views were stunning.
The pictures you took were really pretty.
No, they were gorgeous. I was in heaven while I was on that lake, and I'm going again this week. I'm going to go a couple more times. And
the earlier the better.
Yeah. You go until it gets hot. Yeah. I got there like 7:30, 7:40 in the morning, and there were probably 15 or 20 people already fishing from the pier, and there were 3 or 4 boats out in the water already going and fishing. I'm like, oh my gosh, I'm running late. So. But to be fair, that was my first time with this kayak, my first time loading it on the car, first time strapping it down, and I was like extra cautious. It took me 45 minutes to get it on the car and strap it down and make sure everything was good to go. So if I go this week, I'll put it on the car the night before. So anyway. And then I don't know what else we're going to show you next week. You just have to tune in and see.
Yeah. Unfortunately, it's quite hot during the day.
It's very hot.
If we do anything, it'll have to be either early in the morning or late at night. There are some sagras and festivals happening around us. I just don't know how, how we feel about going around and doing this right now. So we'll figure it out.
We are,
We'll
yeah.
figure something out.
It's gotten so hot that even our local grocery store up the street from us, they're open from, what did she say, 7 to...
7, no, they're open from 5 to 8 at night.
Yeah, but in the morning, 7 to noon.
7:30 to
7:30
noon.
to noon or something like that. And then they open
Yeah.
again at 5, so they're closed the hottest part.
Yeah.
And this is a grocery store. It has air conditioning.
Yeah, but she said nobody's around, so
Yeah.
nobody comes in during
Yeah.
those hot hours.
And they
you know,
don't.
so-
Everybody hides. You have to
Yeah.
hide from it.
Yeah.
So you're shaded. All right, big shout out to all of our new subscribers, all of our current subscribers. We love you guys. We love that we get new subscribers. And yeah, keep watching, like and subscribe, and we'll see you next Sunday.
Ciao.
Ciao.